Hey everybody, 3KO Games here. We've got the Soul Exchange going on, and you've probably seen several videos already uh, analyzing each hero. I think it's an okay Soul Exchange. It's not one where there is like a huge standout favorite. I remember a couple Soul Exchanges ago when everybody grabbed Ludwig or Alfreich, for instance. But I think if you need some roster space, you're lucky enough to have some dupes or some heroes that, you just know I'm not really going to do anything with these heroes. I'm never going to level them. Um, you might have, you might find a hero here that'll help your roster, to help your team. Um, if you are on the top tier, maybe you have all these heroes and you're not interested in something else, but the roster space might be nice. If you're still mid-level somewhere, there's probably some spots in your teams that could use a little help. I will talk quickly about these because we don't need another 40-minute video analyzing, and then I'll make my pick. Um, First on the 10 hero row, I just don't think Viscaro is really worth it. I don't need another slow purple hero. Um, if you're just starting out and you're interested in like a kind of an anti-minion uh, hero, he's a little interesting, but you got to be patient with a slow hero. Slow hero too with Gilligan. I just don't think Gilligan uh, does enough damage, 300% to target and nearby. That's it, with a 60%, not a 100% chance to bypass. Um, I just don't think that's enough for slow speed. So if you just have 10 heroes, I would possibly consider Peridot or Peridot, whichever you prefer, doing initial damage, poison damage, and reducing accuracy for, depending upon the mana charge, one heroes or one enemy, three enemies target nearby, or all enemies. That third charge with 10, 40 poison damage and over half their accuracy is gone is pretty strong. Um, if you are frustrated by all the revivers, Crave Crush could be interesting, especially in those rush attack wars where we're still seeing enough Mother Norths, and not quite as much anymore, but she's still around for sure. Um, so they can't resurrect, and the passive gives 20% mana at the start of the battle. So they're really trying to rush him through so that resurrect block is in place before they might have to do that. So Crave Crush, interesting. Um, Even Iris, I still see Iris being used. Um, at fast speed, dispelling buffs from the target and nearby at the end of each turn for 3 turns. The damage is okay, and then that dispelling buffs thing at the end of 3 turns for each turn for 3 turns is kind of nice. So if you're thinking 10 heroes, I would look at Peridot or Crave Crush or Iris. If you're thinking 15 heroes, really depending upon your needs, any of these heroes might come in handy. I was thinking Costume Seshat for quite a while, um, because of prioritizing the buff from target nearby. An okay hit, um, and at fast speed. So not bad, actually get that costume. Wolfgang has an interesting lines here, interesting different things that he does, but the big thing is like giving everybody else 600 HP and waiting 4 turns is a lot. Um, Kongalach could be a real rush attack hero if you don't have great slow heroes or a great slow hero in green that you want to use on your rush attack offenses. or even defenses, I guess. Um, those 5 hits can really destroy somebody. If you play it right, it could even be used on a minion team or something. Asterius, uh, good hit, reducing the duration of buffs. People don't talk about that enough. I mean, it's not dispelling those buffs. I mean, how many times are you trying to make a dead move and you just have to wait one too many turns? So, cutting those down by one could be nice. And then the big thing here is um, the corrosive burn that adds defense down, that plays well with other defense downs. That's pretty nice. So Sirius works. Glenda, a lot of people say mean things about my girl Glenda. I have Glenda. I still use her sometimes. The additional special skill damage is nice. Um, Obviously, if you're running that double Pangy Glenda team on minions, or uh, that's really nice because you get the minion and the additional special skill damage. Um, the cleanse is still important for me. I just don't have a whole lot of cleansers, so every once in a while I'll take her when I have a team with a lot of status ailments that they're trying to get. Okay, 20 hero row, Khonshu, great sniper. If I have Goretooth, um, so that 1-2 punch could really work, and then he's already halfway charged when he um, takes out that takes out that enemy. I have Leidenbrock. Um, User still all the time. Um, for 20 heroes, she's a good hero, but 20 heroes should have included the costume, which is a slightly better set of stats and everything. So, nope. Liu Bei, um, interesting. The counter-attacking minions are really frustrating to play against. I have been wiped out by Liu Bei many, many times. Um, if you need a hit 3, um, in green and want to play that minion game, that minion meta, Liu Bei's, still you still see him around quite a bit. Hohenwerf, um, one of the gargoyle um, heroes, and a nice snipe attack, but more importantly, um, gives that target a gargoyle fiend. As long as it's got that fiend, um, it gets mindless attack, um, which is pretty nice. At fast speed, you could get, a couple enemies in with mindless attack sitting there with a fiend. You run him on bloody battle, and enemies are just going to keep hitting themselves, and that's about it. Um, oh, it does explode after 4 turns, but um, nice hero. Obviously, if you've got some of the heroes that are anti-fiend, some of those double limit break heroes, I think Guardian Hippo and some others resist fiends, so that's not so handy for him. I think he'd be good on offense. And finally, a lot of people are talking about Quinton as a hero that's kind of forgotten by some, but it's really super useful. Um, Snipe damage is okay, but then the important part is you follow that up with any other special skill damage, and on any of the other enemies, and that one hero gets it all, um, or gets it all on them as well. So you pretty much wipe out a hero with Quinton. Um, all right, so that's the quick rundown, as quick as I could. Um, I thought about it a whole lot. I was thinking about this, Seshat because of the dispelling buffs, but I really looked at my roster space and thought, okay, here's some heroes. I'm just not going to use these heroes. I'm never going to level them. So I was able to get up to 20, um, and it it actually just comes down to the fact that I have a lot. I have a waiting list of heroes that I want to level up in most colors, but I'm low on mats in some of the colors. However, in red, Hohenwerf, um, I've got no line. I've got no 5-star reds that I'm really itching to level up right now. And I've got 18 sets of rings. So let's go for it. Hohenwerf is my pick. Thank you very much for checking out the video. I hope you make a good decision or even decide, nah, I'm going to wait till next time. Because there will be a next one and you'll have some more heroes that you can exchange at that point. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. There we go. There's my Hohenwerf, and we will see you next time.